I had to hurry up and hit record because these people, they forgot Bad Bunny was on TV last night, and I am full Puerto Rican. My not full Puerto Rican. I'm quarter Puerto Rican, but my I am full Puerto Rican today, boy. I am feeling
Yes,
good.
sir.
You can say
Well,
what
shout
you
out to all the
want,
Boricuas.
boy. Everybody, Bernard Taylor running for Florida. 21st District is here. Bernard, welcome back.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Come to the front of the class, please, Mr. C4
What is
Explosives.
good?
God, what I get in trouble for now?
Let me tell you, I went to bed with a smile on my face. I woke up with a smile on my face.
Huh.
People don't understand how important something like last night is. And I'm not even going to talk about old raggedy ass boy. Yeah, Kick Rocks. I'm not even going to. That disaster that was Kick Rocks show. Yeah. Did you guys watch the game last night?
Oh yeah, I won. I watched the game. I told my mom to put a little money in the Hard Rock app, so she won her about $15 yesterday. So she all
There,
excited.
Yeah, let's go, mom.
Yeah, I was happy that all my Spanish classes from second grade on finally paid off last night, so I wasn't all the way out of the loop.
Yeah. Mooey.
Well, I'm up there like I was like, I understand. I got it. I got it.
Yeah, man. My Boricua was just at an 11 last night. I could not, and then I just kept watching. I watched the reruns. I watched people
Mhm.
breaking it down. I watched all the hidden things. I went and I watched. Don't wanna be American, idiot. I went and watched them again. Oh, Green
Green
Day,
Day.
thank you. And let me tell you, the Bay loves Green Day.
Yeah, it looked like it was a nice crowd, a nice audience, a nice reception yesterday. So it was good, man. I was happy that a lot of
such a
people
great message.
feel like they get represented a lot. Got some representation on the national stage. So that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So, uh, C4 is in a bit of a delay, just because he's out there again, being a good parent, being a good hardworking
In those,
dad, just
Absolutely.
in those streets
The
pounding
man
that pavement, boy.
outside living life.
Yeah. Um, what was anyone who wants to jump in? What was your favorite part of last night?
Favorite part of last night.
Or even one that stands out?
I can't say anything in the game because the game was boring all the way up until the end.
Yeah.
It wasn't really anything about the game. I kind of knew the Seahawks was going to blow them boys out just off the strength
Yeah.
of the Patriots haven't been looking good the past month. And,
Mm-hmm.
truth be told, they schedule wasn't all that strong, so it wasn't really nothing about the game. It was definitely all the different performances and the messages behind them and the hidden symbols. Whether you was talking about Coco Jones and her rendition of Lift Every Voice and Sing, paying tribute to Whitney Houston with the jumpsuits.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was again Bad Bunny and the entire symbolism behind his performance and being able to again represent for. I think I looked at the numbers. It was almost like 400 million people in the world speak Spanish. So just for that alone, being able to have those 15 minutes for those people was truly cool. And seeing Jessica Alba and Cardi B just acting like they ain't nobody, background dancing, and then you got Ricky
Pedro
Martin hitting the
Pascal was back
stage.
there.
Yeah, it was great, man. It was cool, man. It was again, man. Sometimes you don't have to understand what somebody is saying to understand the vibe, and the vibe was all cool, man. I really appreciated it, and truth be told, it wasn't it wasn't as big a deal as some people tried to make it out to be. The alternative halftime show. I saw somebody post that said the people that need their own halftime show are the same people that needed their own water fountains back in the day. So
I saw that one too. That one came in
yeah, so we
peppery
not
hot.
yeah we not really worried about what they got going on over there. We came together as a people. We enjoyed a good show, and I enjoyed it, man. It was awesome.
Yep. And for those folks that I'm going to let your internet catch up, Mike, but For those folks that think that black and brown people are are not on the same team, I hope last night was a clear indication that that's bullshit because I always go back to what Fidel Castro says or what Fidel Castro said. He said African blood flows through Cuban veins. So, how are we going to cut ourselves off at the knees? I understand we got some wild ones out there that be saying some dumb stuff, talk about Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald
I will
Trump.
vote Donald. Hey man, if he would
You
have
will
came out,
vote to
if he
get
would,
evicted.
yeah, I am not gonna lie. If he'd have bought that banger out at halftime yesterday, I ain't gonna lie, I'd have laughed. He should just like for at least five, just for like 10 seconds, just went into it real quick. Yeah, I would have bust out
Uh,
laughing, man. That's awesome.
Hey, Mike, what was the point? What was the point that stood out to you last night?
I mean, just from the jump, you just felt the culture, you felt the love, you felt everything that like Latinos bring to the table, from the cornfields, the fields to the bodega, and then, like he carried it out when
Sugarcane
he carried
fields,
all the
yeah.
flags out and he said, "God bless America" first, and then he said, and then he's naming off all the and there wasn't an ounce of hate or disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was in love. Everything was with
Yep.
heart. There was no ego, no
Yep.
pride, or no, there was pride, but pride in being something that's bigger than just one.
Right. The pride in America, like the whole America. People forget when people say America, people think the United States. No, it's the United States of America. It's Canada, technically part of America.
Yeah, yes, and not as the 51st state, but as a colony.
Yeah. Bolivia, part of America. For me, though, there was a lot of really cool things. The history of the sugarcane, and that, to this day, boy, you hand me a sugarcane, it's gonna get gnawed on.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I grew up. Um, but that wedding, the wedding that was happening on top of the casita, there was a couple things that happened. One, the little kid that got woken up because all the dancing. You know how many times that was me? I don't
Absolutely.
want to dance. I don't want to sleep. They're like, no, 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 get your ass up.
Yep, get them hips moving.
But the part where like the dancing started on La Casita and then like Lady Gaga was presented to us and
Mm-hmm.
she sang the breaks off that song and then her and Bad Bunny came and started dancing together at the wedding. To me that was it. Because that is me. I don't care whose wedding you're at. I don't care if it's a work function. I don't care right when that mug says Suavemente, bésame. That's it. You just put nitrous in the gas tank, son.
Absolutely. No, that the whole thing was awesome, man. Again, it was a good display of just the love that we should all have for one another. And they keep us trying to be divided and hated amongst each other. But at the end of the day, especially among the black and brown community, we was all coming from the same place. We just got dropped off in different places. When you
That's right.
realize that we can come together for a common good, I think we can actually make this country a better place.
Yeah. And when you realize that they went to Africa to get workers because they killed too many of the people that were already here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the situation. They came here, they started killing and maiming and doing all kinds of stuff, and they were being barbaric. And then they're like, all right, cool. Now that we have this field, who's going to work it?
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, we don't know nothing about this agriculture stuff. What we got going on?
You know how hard it is to be a project manager when you don't have anything to project manage?
Eh,
You're standing here with this big ass field and no workers.
So BT, like when you have a message like that, and then you counteract that with a message of like Trump posting the picture, the meme with the Obamas as apes. As a man and as someone that's running for politics, as for what are your thoughts?
Again, man, we know who this dude is. This man's been years of evidence that that expresses, how much of a racist and bigot that he actually is. And, I get tired of hearing people try to make excuses for him, especially the people that are quote unquote on his side to try to justify some of these things. At the end of the day, his track record speaks for itself. And, the people that are too afraid to even speak up about it, they are all, cowards in my opinion. Got another word for them, but I'm running for office, so I kind of got to watch some of the things that I'm saying at times. But again, man, it's unfortunate, and then we see how they're having the governor's dinner, and the only governor he did not invite was the one black governor in the entire country.
Mm-hmm.
The dog whistles and things of that nature to that part of his base that he knows eats that stuff up like raw meat. It's all he has left, man, because most of the country is seeing that the things that he is doing are not working for us, and that last rabid core part of his base is basically the ones who think like that and believe like that, and he's trying to hold on to them as best as he can, because once he loses them, which he was already starting to lose them, being that with all these Epstein files dropping and more evidence and accusations allegedly that he is not just a racist but also a person who has abused children over the years.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he figured, instead of having people think that I abuse kids, I'd rather them think I'm racist, which is, certainly a choice.
Well, he's grown into their idol, right? So everyone who thinks that way thinks that it's okay to have a clown like this running the show, right? So I've been saying ever since all this stuff started leaking out, I've been saying it's not even him. I'm already past him. I've already known that he was a crook. I've already known that he's a thief. I've already known that he's a cheater. I've already known. Who sent him.
The people, and truth be told, man, the people that want the tax breaks, the people that want to continue to exploit us down here at the bottom, they looked at him as a useful idiot, and to help them achieve their goals. And I guess they didn't realize that, they achieved their goals, but the way it's impacting all of us, and the way it's impacting the working class, and with the the murders of those two Americans up in Minnesota, Renee Good and Alex Pretty, like all these different things are adding up, and it's to the point where it's now like, you got what you wanted, but you've also opened up the American people's eyes to the fact that they've been taken advantage of and have been being used and have been being exploited for all these years by the ruling class of this country, the quote unquote Epstein class. It's caused a great awakening across the country, and we've seen throughout the elections over the past year or so, like these landslide victories, like these races are not even close, in places that there's no reason why people should be winning are winning. It's the people are telling us like, hey, we're tired of this nonsense. Even with a campaign like mine and different candidates like myself all across the country who are running grassroots, non-corporate, coming from out of nowhere campaigns and are winning. Just recently, a couple of days ago, you saw the New Jersey primary. They thought that they had the race won, and then come to find out, the candidate who doesn't take any corporate funds or foreign interest money or any APAC money ended up winning the primary. And that, again, it just goes to show you that us as a country, we're tired of the status quo, and we are looking for change.
They dumped a lot of money in that campaign.
It doesn't work.
They dumped $2 million.
And the way that they're trying to do it, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, and if you look at even if you look at that Texas Senate race, that lady outspent that man, I think 10-1. She spent like $10 million on a state Senate race, and he barely raised $300,000, and he beat her by like 17 points. So it ain't about the money, man. It's about, again, getting out there and getting that message out to as many people as possible. Now, don't get me wrong, $300,000 can do a lot to get your message across. I'm not saying you don't need no money, but you definitely
we welcome that challenge.
Yeah, Not saying you don't need no money, but everything does help along the way. And again, the more you have that's truly from a grassroots perspective, from the working class, from small dollar donations and people believing in your message, the better chance you have to compete against the millions and millions of dollars that are going to be spent against you. And then that's another thing too. Is like people are not, we're not falling for the same things. All those millions of dollars just going to TV ads and radio ads and all those different things, and people are tired of that. They like, I want to talk to the people that are running, knocking doors and having different in person meetings and things of that nature, because the current representation doesn't really do all that much. Just speaking here alone, man, our congressman here in this district, he's had one town hall in 10 years, and that was forced. That was forced upon him because people just kept protesting outside his office. So he finally just relented. But he don't like to be out in public. He don't like to come up and be out amongst the people. There's certain parts of the city he doesn't even like to go to. So we are all waking up, man, and we are fighting for change.
Yeah, because we're starting to learn that, or we're starting to see. Everyone's always had, their own little opinion about all the things that are happening in the dark. But now we're starting to light up these rooms, and we're starting to see who's the roaches and who's the useless people. You have to, if you're going to represent someone, you have to be tapped into that community. You can't be from somewhere else. You shouldn't be going as business as usual when you're representing a people who want you to do your job.
Absolutely. And again, it's not, you're not going up there for you. We are elected to be representatives for however many people we cover in these districts. Like for me, I'm going to be representing almost 1 billion people. It's not just a vote on how I feel. It's supposed to be a vote on how the majority of the people I represent feel.
Right.
And unfortunately, because nobody holds these politicians accountable, because they do whatever and just run their races every 2 years, and people keep putting them back in office. So it's like,
yeah,
until you start holding people accountable and letting them know, like, hey, we're not just gonna keep putting you back in office. We're gonna continue to ride this crazy ass roller coaster.
What's the feedback been since like you started running your campaign till now with the constituents out here that
Man, it's been all love, man. Everywhere I go,
Oh, yeah.
people are excited about what we're doing. They're excited about my campaign. They love they love the posts that I do on social media. So being able to have that name recognition, being able to have that love in the community, and again, it just goes to show you, if you get out here and you work for it, you don't need all the money in the world. Some things just take outworking some of the money. So if you get out here and you be in the community and you be your authentic self and you show people that you really are trying to make life better for them and you care for them, you can get a lot of things done and you can get a lot of support. So every day I just continue to do those things. I continue to be out in the community and making sure people know that, I'm here to represent you guys. And like I say, so far everything's been all positive, man. I haven't had any negative interactions out here in the street. So it's been a good experience for me.
And if you haven't, you need to check out Bernard's Instagram. His social media is hilarious. I love the ones where people get knocked out. Like today you released one. I saw one where this little very skinny guy was picking a fight with a guy who's just as skinny but just a little taller, and then he got knocked out in the middle of the street.
Bro, the man was warning him. He showed him, I got a taser, bro. Like, you don't want these problems. And I don't know what it is, man. You ain't got to tell me but one time. If you tell me I don't want these problems, I'm going to believe you, because I don't want no problems. You got it. You got it, bro. You got it, man. And it's crazy.
And then
this stuff happens every day. Like, y'all don't be out here seeing people get knocked out every day. I don't understand it. Hey, that's why I stay in the house. We stay in the house, man. We ain't trying to end up on nobody's camera.
There's nothing but trouble out there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't know, Bernard is an EMT and he saves people's lives and stuff. So you have this guy who got knocked out, and then it's cut to Bernard waking you up.
I think his mic went.
I tell you what, man. If I could wish I could only if y'all knew half the stuff that I see every day when I go to work, man, y'all would. This is just stuff that we can make fun of on the
Yeah.
internet. Like the real life stuff is crazy.
Yeah. Nope. I'm glad people like you are out there. I wanted to jump back on to, these grassroots candidates and just outworking these lazy rich people who all they do is they take a bunch of money, hand it over to these lazy folks that they're just going to do like social media and they're going to make commercials and stuff like that. They're not trying to visit you and where you live, none of that stuff. Similarly, I just got a few days ago, I just got done talking to Earl Ford, who's running for Florida 13 against Anna.
Oh, Anna.
So his story is really cool because a lot like what's happening with Bernard, they're running up running a campaign against an incumbent. But I think people are tired of the do nothing people that are the incumbents. And so Earl told me that through calls and banging on doors and doing all that stuff, he ended up raising $400,000.
Nice. That's what's up, man. That is what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That's what it takes.
So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you are tapping into your community and you have the right intentions, hopefully what's happening is because of social media and because of being able to connect to you guys and see what you're doing, not in the shadows. I think that's huge because, yeah, I do think that people are tired of the traditional politician with the high price suits and the fancy words and the no action.
Yeah, no, it's again, man. When you look at how this stuff all works behind the scenes, I did a post the other day as far as talking about the seawall and the marina up here in Fort Pierce and how.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. They've been talking about for years. I guess over the past year they've been trying to get people to take this project seriously, and they got estimates and things of that nature for how much it's going to take. And the city just don't have it. They don't have the money, man, and that's where the federal government is supposed to come in. We're supposed to come in and be able to help our cities and things of that nature, and that's what you elect the congressperson to do. It's like, yeah, you want the city and the state to take care of as many things as possible, but where they fall short is where you're supposed to go up in Washington and kind of lobby for these things, especially when it pertains to infrastructure. And again, you're talking about a part of the city where, as I talk to more and more people, our current congressperson just does not care about, and he doesn't show an effort to care about, and doesn't really care about what happens up there. So if you think that the current person in charge is going to do anything to help that seawall, you're fooling yourself. And it's going to come a point where, luckily we were able to avoid a hurricane this year, but it's hurricane seasons every year. It only takes but one good hurricane, from what I was being told at the city commission meeting. Like, if one good hurricane can cause a lot of problems for a lot of people in that area, and it is way cheaper to prevent things from happening as opposed to repair the damage afterwards. Again,
Right.
when you think about things
And even before the hurricane hits, take a look at how much property insurance costs. It's hitting you even before the hurricane does.
Yeah. And they dump so much money into downtown Fort Pierce. You would think that they would want their residents to be.
Yeah, and they're talking about developing it even more, and you have all these investors coming all over the place because they realize this is probably one of the next best kept secrets as far as like beachfront, oceanfront property, access to the marina, all these different things. And it's not like down in Miami or in Broward or in West Palm where it's a little bit more expensive. So you have these people coming up here and looking at these areas to develop, but you don't have the infrastructure capabilities to absorb all this development. And if you're not willing to fix it now, how are you gonna, how are you gonna have the money in case something does happen in terms of damages? So you're gonna have a lot of people out of business, a lot of people affected economically, a lot of homes affected, and that costs even more. Again, the city don't care enough to fix the problem beforehand. You can probably be probably be sure that they don't care enough to fix it afterwards.
It sounds like Trump is running
Mm-hmm.
the, or Brian Mast is running the Trump playbook. Like he'll try to put all the glitter and the gold on everything, but it's really just on the inside is just.
Yeah,
We just
100%.
need it for good enough for right now. For right now. We just need.
Same with the water issues around here. We're talking about all the toxic algae, the blue green algae, the algae blooms, all those things. It's always just we gotta put some perfume on it for a while to cover it up, but the problem never really has
Mm-hmm.
been
To
solved.
cover the
And
stench.
like I say, man, you've had 10 years to be in office, and literally, what have we hit to show for your 10 years of working for us?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I found out? Well, what I heard. I had another conversation with Dr. Nancy
Okay.
Dome. She does DEI training and all this good stuff. We used to share an office here in Sonoma, but now she lives in Montana's first district. Who the incumbent
Shout out
is
Russ.
Ryan Zink. Yeah, Russ. The incumbent there is Ryan Zinke.
Okay. Yeah.
Isn't
It
that
sounds
his
like
name? Something
stinky.
like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I tell Nancy, who lives there, she says, I said, have you heard of Ryan Zinke and how Russell Cleveland took a picture of his car and the license plates are from California? She started laughing. She goes, yeah, I heard something about that. Something to the effect of he's from California, but he wanted the discounted rate for fishing and hunting in Montana. And so he set up residence over there so he can get a discounted rate.
Sounds about right.
So
Well,
like,
I mean, yeah, it sounds about. I mean, I don't know if you know about Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama, who lives in Pensacola, Florida. It's the same thing, man. Same thing. Same thing, man.
What?
Yep, Senator Alabama
Oh
lives in
my
Pensacola,
goodness.
Florida.
How could you? Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why people let that stuff happen. Like, it, ain't no way you're ever going to have someone from Green Bay coaching in
Nope.
the Bears
Nope.
team.
Absolutely not.
Ain't going to happen.
Absolutely not. I mean, again, bringing it back to my district, we got somebody from Michigan representing people here in Florida. Like this is what we got. Yeah, he moved here from Michigan, and was placed here to run in this district to win. He's not a Floridian.
Hey, and not just that, but like Florida's been coming around with some really strange rules. Like apparently private schools can just go and take
Yeah.
rooms from public schools and they don't even have to pay rent. Like, how many different ways are people going to let rich people get away with corny
Well,
stuff?
you know, with the school choice program in Florida, they don't have to teach your kids how to read.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet
so if you
Jesus.
use one of those vouchers to go to a choice school and they decide that your first grade kid is going to be too difficult to teach him, they can keep the money from the voucher and kick your kid out of school and pull him right back in public school. So that money that could have been used for public school, they took the money and then sent your kid back to the public school that's already underfunded because you took the money away from them with those school choice vouchers. Yeah. That is the great
just
free
don't.
state of Florida.
why do we?
I don't.
Cause it was good one time, man. It was a good place once upon a time, brother. Like,
It is
it's
beautiful out there. It's a lot of fun.
nice scenery. Weather's always good.
The
Yeah,
beaches
man.
are incredible. South Florida.
The
I
people
have
are
my
nice,
favorites.
man.
South
For the
Florida.
most part, people are actually nice here, man. We just got some really
I
crazy
agree.
people in charge, bro. And
We
we let
just
a
need
lot
some.
of
I agree.
yeah, like a lot of the decision makers benefit from the fact that a large majority of our state is north of Ocala and all those different red areas that are basically South Alabama and South Georgia. They benefit from those people up there actually voting and having representation. Because truth be told, if it was just like all the populated cities like Jacksonville, Miami, and Orlando and Tampa, the people that live there, those big majority, blue districts and independent districts, they have to turn out to vote to offset all the people up there in the rural parts of Florida that don't really pay attention to the things that are going on.
That's a hell of a.
Hey, BT, can we talk about your next trip?
Oh yeah,
Can we talk about your next
yeah,
trip?
absolutely.
It sounds like you're coming to the
Yeah,
West
man,
Coast.
coming to California this Thursday, man. Get to chop it up with one of the people that I absolutely loved, on the internet over the years, man. The great CT Fletcher. Um, truly.
Yeah. I learned about CT Fletcher where he was cussing
Yeah,
on his
bro,
biceps.
absolutely, man. There was not, there was not a. Yeah,
I
I
command
command you
you
to
to
grow. I kid
grow.
you not, man. That's I literally will have those YouTube videos playing on repeat whenever I be working out, man. Just growing up over the years, and
Yeah.
it's truly an honor to get out there and have a chance to have a conversation with him. Just with everything that he went through as far as the different heart surgeries and being a veteran
Yeah.
and going through that process and he kind of they reached out to me, him and his partner, after I made the video about the one dude talking about somehow easy it is for veterans to get benefits, and I was like, you ain't never met a veteran in your life if you think a veteran could just say I was hurt and get 100% disability. People just be getting on the internet some dumb shit, man. But yeah, he commented under that post and he respected me actually standing up and speaking out for him. So they were like, man, you want
Hell
to come
yeah.
out here? You want to be on the pod and have a conversation? They was like, yeah, we could do it on Zoom. I said, I ain't Zooming CT. I'm coming out there. Man, you talking about doing it on Zoom?
Hell
I'm coming to the
yeah. Hell
studio.
yeah,
Shit.
dude.
I'll be there. Give me the day.
That's
Talking we on
CT.
Zoom, man. I'm coming to the studio.
So wait a minute. How the fuck am I supposed to take this
Look
information
here,
then?
look here, Carlos. You is in You in this Sonoma, all right? I done the Sonoma thing. I ain't going back to Santa Rosa, Ukiah, Vallejo. I don't want to be in none of them parts of California, bro. You was down in the southern part, I might come out there and hang out with you, but I don't want to be anywhere near the Emerald Triangle. I ain't trying to be anywhere where the mountains are. You got to come to the south, brother. Got me out there in wine. He trying to have me out there in wine country, getting tipped over. Mike, that's crazy. Yeah, they ain't tell me when you do your wine tasting, you supposed to spit the wine out. Learned that one the hard way.
You ain't supposed to. That's alcohol abuse.
Yeah, I went on one of them
That's
Sonoma.
alcohol
Yeah, I
abuse.
went on
Don't
one
do
of them
that.
Sonoma wine tasting things, and ain't nobody tell me you supposed to spit it out. Let's just say I'm glad I
Yeah.
wasn't driving that
Well,
day.
there's been a couple times. There's been a couple times you go wine tasting, boy. You better make sure that Uber gets out there.
You better.
No, yeah, you better use something. Absolutely, absolutely.
That's amazing. Yeah, CT Fletcher, and he's down in
Yeah,
Long
yeah,
Beach.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, if when I first moved to LA, I was hanging out with this girl, and she kept taking me to Long Beach,
Mm-hmm.
Compton, Inglewood. She's like, "Why are you always nervous?" I'm like, "Why are you always taking me where they make rap songs about?"
Somebody just said, "Hey, man, you come out here, just make sure you got on a white T-shirt, and you'll be fine." Don't never get
Yeah.
confused about what color you put on. You come out here in a white T-shirt, you'll be
Yep.
okay. I say, bet.
Either have a limited color palette or just be all over the place so
I'm either
nobody
gonna be in a white T-shirt or I'm gonna be
nobody
out
can pin
there
you
with the
down.
Haitian flag on or something, man. I don't know, but it ain't gonna be one of mine. That's for sure.
Ah, my God. Long Beach is gorgeous too. I
Yeah, I ain't
mean,
never been, so it
obviously Snoop
should be
Dogg
a
will
good
tell you about
experience.
the one side of the
Should be a
tracks.
good experience. I'm bringing my wife with me, so should be a good experience.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
That'll
Yeah,
be
we'll go
fun.
hang out.
Let's see. Long Beach. You have to go to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. I'm sure some of these folks are going to give that to
Yeah,
you, so they're going to
it's
tell
already
you.
been on my list. Already on my list. My wife talking about some
Yeah.
she wants to try In and Out. I told her it's overrated, but go for it. Ain't no well. In
Well,
and Out is the most overrated burger in the world, Carlos. I'm not arguing with you about this.
fast food burger.
They got Jack in the.
It's one of the best fast food burgers.
Yeah, they got Jack in the Box over there.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. But that Jack in the Box is more like when you're headed home from that wine tasting.
Jack in the
Is that
Box
like
is Taco Bell. Jack in the Box is Taco Bell for burgers,
No,
man.
no, no,
Jack
no,
in the
no.
Box is literally the 2 a.m. Taco Bell trip.
Yeah, yeah. No, In and Out is better than Jack in the Box. When I go to In and Out, I don't get it in the bun. I do what's called protein style. So they wrap it in lettuce instead of using bread. Um, but yeah, fast food burger. I like it better than McDonald's. I like it better than Burger King. I like it better than Wendy's. I like it better than Jack in the Box. Now, if you're gonna go get a proper adult burger somewhere, yeah,
Adult burger.
now you have an argument.
The fact that it's not
Yeah,
an adult burger should let you know that you don't need to be talking about some standing in line for In and Out, man. That should further let you know that you don't need to be waiting in line. Like In and Out got Chick-fil-A lines, and they're not even that good.
hey. Yeah, their fries. Yeah, their fries. You have to get the fries well done, because
Yeah,
otherwise,
they soggy bananas. You don't get
yeah, they're
them.
soft. They're limpy. Yeah, they taste like potatoes though.
I said what I said. I'm standing on
this
business on that one.
conversation, boy? I swear.
We standing on business with that.
Mrs. Taylor, you make him take
She
you
can
to
go
In
by
and
herself.
Out.
I ain't going. Get that, man.
I'll be in the car. I'm in the car.
I'll be in the car. Well, I'm telling you, she gonna eat it. She gonna eat it and be like, "You was right." I was like, "I know. You ain't got. I know."
Yeah, like you can't go into it thinking that it's going to change your life. You have to go into it understanding that, it's a good fast
Is it
food
like a
burger.
five?
No, Five Guys is 25 times better than In and Out.
Five
I'm
Guys
not
is
doing
better.
that.
Five Guys is
Don't you ever compare In and Out to Five Guys.
Hell no.
Absolutely not. Somebody tried to actually have a debate, talking about some. Let's have a debate. Which is better, Five Guys or In and Out? I say you don't take your ass somewhere. Come
No,
on, so
there's
which
no
is better?
debate.
Get the fuck out of here with
There's
that,
no
man.
debate there.
I spent
Yeah,
my twenty
Five
dollars. I
Guys all
spent my
day.
$20.
Every time, without fail,
Well,
without fail.
yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Long Beach. What else is down there? They have a couple really good seafood joints, right? Their little downtown area is right on the
Okay.
water. They have really good seafood joints right there.
I don't do no sushi
Anyway,
though. I don't trust nobody doing no sushi, man. They can have that. Don't send me no sushi place.
now we're starting to understand why you're In and Out
Mm-hmm.
hater.
No, we don't do
Okay.
sushi. Sushi is crazy.
He said my name don't say shit about
Nope.
adventure.
Sure don't. Look here, bro. I grew up near the Florida Everglades. I don't need no more adventure in my life. All right. Yeah, we good. We good. They thought of it there. They took us on an airboat trip when I was in middle school, and never again. You're crazy. That's another adventure for a lifetime.
Yeah, that was me last year. We went to Florida and we spent probably about what 2 weeks in Florida, and we did one of those fan boat rides. There was an alligator right next to us. The guy said, "Don't worry, as long as they're facing in the same direction or the other direction, that's fine. It's when they're starting to face you that's when you need to get nervous." I was like, "You better click that fan into overdrive. Get
We had in our when we first moved down here in our complex, we had a an alligator break into the back porch of someone and jump in their bathtub.
Oh
And I'm like, come
wow.
on, man.
see
Come
Hey,
on,
did
man. I'm
you
like,
see."
Did you hear about the Nile crocodile that got accidentally released into the Everglades and they mating with the Florida alligators? So now we about to have a crocodile, an Egyptian American hybrid walking around here.
He looked like
Yeah,
Bernard Taylor of alligators. I'm like, damn.
exactly, bro.
And you know those mixed kids are always a
Bro,
lot cuter.
they say them Nile crocodiles is very aggressive, man. You don't want them, and then they finna breed with Florida alligators, so you gonna have Egyptian Florida man walking around here. I'm good. I don't need no more adventure in my life.
It's bananas. So hey, C4, have you started canvassing for Bernard yet?
This
Well,
weekend,
not
this
not
weekend,
as
brother.
far as not as far as door knocking, but every time I'm out here, I'm talking to people. I sent you guys both a picture of this guy named Ezra, and it was 29 degrees out there one morning, and he's out there with two signs that say no ice."
29 degrees in Florida.
29 degrees in Florida, and mind you,
Boy, if you guys don't start spreading climate change information.
I don't know. But my man Ezra, man, he was having carpal tunnel surgery the next day, and he's like, "Man, I gotta get." So, but those are the conversations I'm.
He wants his grip fixed so he can hold those signs.
So I bought him a cup of coffee, chopped it up a little bit, and that question I asked earlier was
Hell yeah,
actually
Ezra.
his. So shout out to Ezra, man. He's all about Team Bernard.
Yeah, man, we got to. I'm finna hit it this weekend though. I'm trying to figure out what's gonna be the area that's gonna be best. I definitely want to come out there, and when we go to Indian Town, I just want to have a bunch of people just do that. We can knock that out in one day, cause it's a lot of houses, but not really. Especially when we're only gonna be hitting up people that are Democratic registers, so we can have everybody on board for the primary. That's what this whole focus is going to be in the beginning, man. Every house we're going to go to is pretty much anybody that's registered as a Democrat already, because those are the only people that can vote in our primary. So we want to make sure that they know who we are. We want to make sure that they know that there's an election this year. We want to make sure that they know to make sure everything is squared away, so we can get things on and popping. Because again, this all will be for nothing if we don't get past the primary. So I mean, I feel really good about our chances now. But we got to
Headed over there in the Booker.
Yep. Yep. Like we everywhere, man. And that's gonna be the interesting part because you know certain places aren't actually the best neighborhoods and stuff be run down and we're gonna see who really want to knock these doors, man. Some people it's a little intimidating.
I used to service that area, so all the convenience stores in that area, they knew me as the beer. So I got you.
All right. Yeah, like I said, I'm all right. I know you're gonna be all right, but we might have to figure out who's gonna actually be canvassing that day. Like, we don't need you out here. We got another neighborhood for you. This ain't the neighborhood you need to be out here knocking door. Yeah, we got somewhere else for you.
Yeah, there's a spot out there called Matty Lou's, man. They got a and they got their beer license, and all they do is play dominoes.
There it is, man. There it is. They can't get no better than that. But yeah, we talking about something. Let me look. I was actually looking at the map. That's another thing too.
While you do that, BT, what's the next deadline for you as far as your campaign?
Make sure we have our filing fee by June. June is the deadline to actually file to have your name on the ballot. So we want to make sure we have that $10,440 ready to go. So our name is on the ballot. You can also qualify by petition, but we are already seeing that they are playing games with some people that are trying to qualify by petition. So I don't want to leave this campaign up to chance, and I know they don't turn down no money. So we are working to make sure we got that filing fee stashed away. So when the time comes, ain't gonna be no hoopla. It's like, hey, take this bread and put my name on the ballot.
How many signatures do you need?
Well, right now, because they changed it because they're trying to do redistricting our maps. The normal qualifying was in April, but because they're now pushing that redistricting hearing to the end of April, they pushed our filing back to June. However, the qualify by petition deadline is still the same. I think it's the middle of March. You have to have it was almost 7,000 signatures, but because they made that change, now they only want 3,000 signatures, and they can be from anybody in the state of Florida, as opposed to the original way was they had to all be from people in your district. So it has opened up the possibility for a lot more people to be able to qualify because you can get signatures from anywhere. But again, we have already seen them change the rules and determine how things are going to go. So it'll be nothing to them to say, never mind, we're not going to do it that way. We want to do it the old way. And you worked to get those 3,000 signatures and thought you were good. I just saw somebody post today how they moved up his filing date by almost 3 weeks. So he thought he had more time to get the signatures. Now he's scrambling to make sure he gets signatures and things of that nature. So again, I don't want to be playing these games with these people. I want to make sure that money, that cashier's check is set aside. So when it's time to sign this paperwork, we're ready to go. Trust me, I would love to use $10,000 somewhere else in the campaign, but again, we got to make sure our name is on the ballot. So making sure we have that money by June. I actually want to have it before April, just in case they try to move the date back to the original date. So right now it's just about making sure we have that money before April, so we don't got time for the shenanigans and the tomfoolery.
Yeah. And this is a perfect situation or a perfect point to say, if people want to donate to your campaign, they can
go to BernardTaylorForCongress.org, BernardTaylorForCongress.org. You can contribute to the campaign via ActBlue. And again, that's BernardTaylorForCongress.org. I'm looking at the map. So yeah, we talking about if we just do all the Democratic doors in Indiantown, that is about 1,900 doors. So we can knock 1,900 doors in one day if we get enough people. So that's my goal. I actually want to try to.
Would we, if you go to 1,900 doors, can you collect a bunch of signatures and get you a discount on that 10,000?
No, you either got to do one or the other. It ain't a mix. You can't do half signature or half fee. It's either one or the other. No, they don't play them games here.
Yeah.
So that is the goal, man. But again, that's just like one little area. It's just 1,900 doors there. But as you get to more condensed areas, like as I'm starting to make these lists, and even a little community like Spanish Lakes up in the northeastern part of Fort Pierce, which is the very, very top, like right on the line of the district. That may be a small community, but you're talking about, I think, almost 700 registered Democrats in just that community alone. So that's one day of knocking in just a little bit of corner of Fort Pierce. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it takes as many people as we can across the district to be out here and knocking all these doors, because you're talking about potentially 180,000 Democrats and almost 190,000 independents that we need to make contact with and let them know about our message and things of that nature, which is, again, it seems like a lot, but the more people that get involved and the more days we do it, the better our chances are. The thing about the guy up in New York, Mamdani, knocked over, 2-3 million doors. But again, you got a bunch of volunteers doing that, and it helped him come from somebody that had a 1% chance of winning the mayorship to being the mayor of New York. So I truly believe if we can touch all these doors and get the message out to people, and people seeing that there's somebody that, oh, you're actually trying to talk to me. You're not trying to ignore me. You're not waiting to the last minute. That's a very key part of this strategy, man, is establishing those connections with people. And do we want to get some people to come over from the other party to vote for us? Absolutely. But when you look at those numbers alone, we need 200,000 votes to potentially win in the midterm year. And I just gave you almost 350,000 people that are not even registered Republicans that if they turned out to vote, wouldn't even be close. It's an opportunity to win here. We just have to get people energized and win the hearts and minds of the people here. And that's what we're going to try to do between now and the primary, and then after the primary to the general election.
Wow. What is one thing that you've learned since starting your campaign that you wish normal voters knew or understood?
The one thing that I've learned. Um, One thing I've learned is that your candidates don't work for you. The ones that the ones that you
Mm.
have right now, if you look across the country, they work for the people that put their money in their campaigns, the people that donate to their campaigns. And then once they get into office, especially freshmen and sophomores, fairly new people, you spend a majority of your time lobbying in a call center, asking for donations for the party. So you don't really spend a lot of times on the floor legislating and doing things for the community. You're more so designed to be a call center rep in the first part of your career. And I've had that job before.
Yeah.
I don't plan on ever doing that again. So you could best believe if you put me in office, ain't nobody finna put me in no little box talking about so we finna go make phone calls. You can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
You can call it what it is, man. I'm not a team player and all of that stuff. Like, oh wait, whatever. I don't work for y'all. These people,
Right.
yeah,
I
I
came
came
here
here to
to
do a
do a
job with these
job, not
people.
be on the phone.
Also learning again, this shit ain't nothing but high school, man. They're talking about you can't sit with me. You got to sit in certain areas, and oh, this area is for these people. This area for these people. I'm like, y'all really let these old people tell y'all how this? Man, look at here. I'm gonna sit where I want to sit, and one of
Uh,
y'all move me. Like, let's get out of here with that, man. Crazy. Like we literally got toddlers in charge of making our lives better. It's absolutely ridiculous, man.
how wild is it for you to be a MMA? You've done MMA, you've done all of the, like, you obviously lift weights. How hard is it for you to listen to someone like Stephen Miller talk all that shit
But and live on the
and
military base because you
and
too scared to be out here on your own because you know you can't do nothing. Like, oh my god, like they don't want me up there, man, because I don't got no filter. Like, you ain't gonna be out here just talking reckless, and then they be getting on TV just talking spicy about each other like you're not gonna see me in the halls. Like, what you mean? Like, nah, bro, it don't work like that.
you
If
know
you
what
if
I'm
you if you
saying?
spicy enough to say it on TV, when you see me in person, we gonna have a conversation. Point blank period. Point blank
Yeah.
period, man. Because it's crazy, man. It's crazy out here.
Yeah. That's the thing that just drives me crazy. These folks talking heavy. You're like,
Yeah.
you
See
know
you,
that I
right?
can
Like, yeah,
see
like
you,
I
right?
can see you. Your office is across from mine. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it was funny. So I went to DC last week for a press conference, and I was walking through the halls, just looking at people's offices and things of that nature, and I crossed that dude Randy Fine's office, and I was like, all right, this is cool, being this close, but he's probably not even in there. So I kept on walking, and not even 10 minutes later, I see him walking down the hallway, about to walk into his office, and I caught an eye. We caught eye to eye to each other, and I was like, I want you to say something. But he kept it moving, and I kept it moving, and that was that. But yeah, it's just like I'm not here for the games, man. Like, we not gonna do this. If you like, again, man, if you grown enough
Yeah.
to get spicy, then we can get spicy.
Yeah. Yeah. A camera looks way smaller than,
Like I tell
say,
you,
a
man,
Bernard Taylor.
a lot of these people short, bro. Like, they small. Like, I was up there, the people.
They're just
These are
plain
tiny
little.
people, bro. When I say tiny, I never felt 7 feet in my life.
And you know, if AOC is saying you got small hands, you know they're soft too.
Bro, I never felt 7 feet tall in my life till I started walking around up in DC. It's like, hold on. I'm barely 5 feet 10, and I'm out here just towering over people. It's crazy.
It's
Yeah, man.
crazy.
It's again, it's a whole interesting experience, man. I can't wait to see what the rest of this year.
Do you think is that they're little, or do you think that it's that they're physically little, or is that they're old and that they're
Nah,
shrinking?
these are small people, man. These people are small all their life. People been shrinking. I'm talking about younger people that was small. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all, you like 5 feet tall. You be up here talking reckless on TV. It's crazy.
You got to be under
Yeah,
this tall, this height to be in Congress.
yeah. I see why Stephen Miller mad all the time. I'd be mad if I was that small too.
Hell yeah. You have to use both hands to pick
Yeah,
up
it's
the
crazy,
remote
man.
control.
He needs a
That's
step
crazy.
stool to
Yeah, I would hate everybody else too if I was that small.
They have to give him a booster seat when he goes to Denny's.
Lord have mercy.
You think Stephen Miller? They have to put him in a child safety seat because when he sits in the car, his legs swing.
More than likely. More than likely. All right, guys. We gotta wrap him on up. I gotta go pick up.
And then when
Gotta
he's
go pick
up
up
on
the little
stage,
guy.
he
So
has that
we gotta
little
wrap it
pouty
on up.
face. All right. Does anyone want to share some closing thoughts?
Hey, BT, I'm out here in the streets, man, and I bring you up any chance, and the reception is amazing, man. They want they they desire the change. They're fed up out here, man, and I appreciate you knowing that I could call you and say, "Hey, can you come and meet so and so?" And you're like, "Yes, let's go." So let's set up a time. Let's set up a place. Let's do it. I want to see these people face to face and meet them where they're at and see their situation. And that's what, if anybody's watching, that's a candidate right now. That is the guideline. That is the template. Like, go out and be where the people are. Don't hide in an office and think things are gonna change. I love it, man.
Again, man, that's how we win. We get out here and we just be real with folks. Everybody's not going to agree with everything that we want to try to do, but at the end of the day, it's about respect. It's about being able to hear out each other's and seeing where we can come with compromise and seeing where we just gonna have to agree to disagree. So, like I say, man, I appreciate everybody that's helping out with this campaign. I appreciate everybody that's volunteering their time to make the change that we want to see. It doesn't go unnoticed and it's very much appreciated. Yeah, man, we're gonna carry this momentum for the rest of the year. Hopefully, things don't get no crazier than they already have been.
And even if they do, that's why we're here. That's why we're doing what we're doing. With the exception of these folks, like, I know that they're trying to do some cute stuff with ICE. I get that. But that's just a tactic, that's just a trick that they're trying to do. At the end of the day, all of us are going to band together. All of us are going to fix this. And now that we're able to see with clear eyes what is happening in the system that's supposed to be benefiting us, I have so much confidence in the fact that we're going to get Bernard in there. We're going to get Russell in there. We're going to get Kaya in there. We're going to get Earl Ford in there. Because we have an administration that has turned our government into a TV show. And now we understand we don't like this channel. It's time to change it.
Break that.
Absolutely, 100%.
Break it. Thank you, Bernard, for taking time to come hang out with us.
Anytime, brother. Thank y'all for having me.
And I don't know if you saw, but I was in my fields a couple weeks ago. I publicly invited Brian Mass to come be on the show. And just like you, he's ducking and dodging. When it comes to talking to you, he's ducking and dodging. And he's
funny story. I seen him last Friday night. Yeah, we were having Friday Fest up at Fort Pierce, and I had my tent out there. I was out there with the people or whatever, and his people are usually out there with a tent pretty close to where mine is. And it was the first time he actually showed up. So I don't know if somebody might have told him that I was out there, but he actually showed up and did a little 5-minute appearance and then turned right around and left. So that was interesting.
Did he answer questions? Yeah. So what good are your 5 minutes?
It was cool because I was right next to somebody very important in the government here, and he was like, "God damn it! I hope that man don't come over here." He was gonna let him have it. I was like, Lord, I don't need that right now. I'm gonna have to step away if you're gonna let him have it. No, it was all good, man. It was cool. It was like, all right, let's see what happens. He ain't do nothing. Just showed up in front of his little tent, talked to some of the volunteers, and left.
Yeah.
That's probably the first time he'd been in Fort Pierce in I don't know how many months. So
Did he pull up in his?
That's the point.
I don't know, man. I couldn't see what he drove up there in, but it was cold outside, and let's just say he wasn't dressed for cold. You know how that goes.
He was wearing little weatherproof white boots.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. I'm out of here.
All right, everybody. And with that, we're out.